Yo, what is up? Succeed here, back again with a compilation of clips, and this time around with commentary. So, hope you guys subscribe and enjoy. So, starting it off, a pretty impressive feat in my opinion. I mean, other than me, of course, soloing an Argent and making him rage quit. Yeah, pretty much. One day I just decided to fight a good friend of mine and a good duo of mine and a great PT Giga player, Ghost, on a mirror match. And I'm gonna spoil it for you guys, but for some reason I won. And I think that's just because he allowed me to get behind him. But yeah, I think this is a pretty impressive feat just because other than this, bro, I've never really beaten this guy in a mirror match. Of course, he's a PT Giga main, and I'm not. And on top of that, he's an exceptional PT Giga player. If you've played him, if you've fought against Ghost, then you know, yeah. So yeah, this was a pretty cool thing to do. Just one day, I just thought that I was him. You know what I'm trying to say? Got on Giga and got to work. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah. I've played Ghost a lot of times on Karch. I've obviously beaten his Giga with my Karch. He's beaten my Karch with his Giga. So we just kind of know each other at this point. You know what I'm trying to say? When it came to like PT Giga matchups, yeah, nah, he's just always beat me, to be honest with you. I don't know. The thing is, PT Giga's good, but I don't know, it's just not for me, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? I like Karch's nimbleness. I like Karch's speed. That's what I like about it. I like the fitness ability of Karch. It feels like Giga can outplay. It has outplay potential. It's just not for me. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, so yep, there you have it. GG's to Ghost as always. But can we just also investigate the amount of damage I took here? Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3. Bro, like, look at the HP that I'm at. Like, this is what I have to go up. See, this is why I kind of say, like, I don't know, bro. Giga, sometimes the damage is kind of wild to compete against, you know. And then here we have a mirror fight with the one and only George. Shout out to him as well. Great Karch player, you know. Me personally, I'm not a fan of mirror matches, especially Karch mirror matches. If it's like other Apexes, like, I don't like it so much to a point where like I would rather fight any other Apex other than another Karch. You know what I'm trying to say? Cause I don't know why, but mirror matches just aren't for me, bro. I don't do that well when I'm fighting other Karches. I don't know. Maybe that's just the me thing, but I did pretty good in these fights specifically. And that's only because I was really using charge. I feel more comfortable in mirror matches if I'm using charge bite rather than lacerating, because I feel like there's more outplay potential with the charge bite. He went for the stomp there and I dodged that. Thankfully I dodged that, because if that would have hit, it would have been pretty much GG's. That's another thing that I quite don't like about Karch mirror matches, is whoever gets the stomp pretty much kind of wins, you know. So yeah, I guess it's just a skill issue on my end. I gotta learn how to effectively dodge the stomps and all that. Got another matchup here with him. Now that right there, that's the outplay potential that I'm talking about when it comes to a charge bite. Because I know that he charged his bite first, and because I'm used to using the charge bite, I know I kind of get like a feeling when mine's about to end. As weird as it sounds, I knew the exact time to turn around and go back in. You know what I'm trying to say? And I knew that his was going to end like a second before mine. So that's just kind of why at the start there, his didn't land and mine did. This is kind of big little things like that, that could win you fights. Really getting to know your dino and the cooldowns and all that. That could really, really help you in a fight. But nonetheless, though, this was a pretty good fight. I think that one missed. Going for the stomp again, dodge that. Again, if it would have hit, it would have been GG's. Yeah, that's a GG's right there. And then right here we have, I think this is like the last fight that I clipped. Yeah, it is. Same thing there, outplay potential. I hit a headshot, he hit me on my leg because I just went in and I knew when to hit my charge bite. So it's just simple things like that, little things like that. Let me not say simple, it's little things like that if you get used to using something, you need to be able to like really outplay and outsmart your opponents. Same thing with here, like I turn around, he used this charge, he didn't hit me because I turned away, I used my charge. At this point, I'm pretty much winning and I'm up in damage and HP. So I'm just trying to get a tail ride here. I could have just face tanked, but it would have been boring. Hit another charge there on the tail. Tornado went for the stomp, and I was able to execute, finish that. GG's once again, you already know. And then onto other topics. Imagine nearly soloing an Argent as a Karch, and then this happens. Yeah, pretty convenient if you ask me. Okay, and then for the last clip of the day, I have another clip of me on my Karch fighting a PT Giga that isn't Ghost, thankfully, which was Solo's PT Giga here, another good player on the Apex Killer server. And also, like, if you haven't noticed, like, most of these clips are from the Apex Killers Deathmatch, right? They're not from the main server and all that. So yeah, Solo was using Ripping Bite, I'm pretty sure, because PT Giga's regular bite does not do this much bleed on the Apex Killer server, even though on vanilla it does. So yeah, it was a pretty good fight overall. I hit my shots, he hit his shots, but the DPS just isn't there, I think, for Ripping Bite. Especially if I'm like hitting all of my shots as well. And I was getting good tail rides on him as well, so now, two things if I could like give tips to people that are trying to get better at PvP in the game is number one, just watch experienced players fight. That's how I got good. I watched the experienced players fight, like George, for example. I watched a lot of his videos and all that. And then the second thing is, record your fights if you can. Like, if you're fighting an experienced player, record your fights because that's what I like to do so I can go back and I could rewatch it. If I lost, I check how did I lose, how did he beat me. If I won, I check how did I win and how can I improve and all that. I was playing more of a hit and run strategy, I'm trying to say, during this fight because with charge bite you kind of have to brawl, but I just didn't really feel like brawl. Like sometimes I can brawl and then just tail ride until you die, and then other times I just wanna play hit and run even though I'm using the charge bite. I just kind of like that more for Karsh. I like the hit and run play style. I don't really like the brawl, even though it's kind of what I have to do at times. But yeah, he bled out there. GG's to him, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.